Hello and welcome to Resort Trades Learning Center. I'm Sharon Scott Wilson. I'm publisher of Resort Trades magazine. We also have a digital component, a website, resorttrades.com, which we update almost daily, and a weekly e-newsletter. So go to resorttrades.com if you want to become part of our community. Today, we are very privileged to have Sarah Conroy, who is Senior Director of Marketing and Communications of the American Resort Development Association, ARDA, with us. So welcome, Sarah.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here.
Thank you. Well, if anyone is not acquainted with Sarah or ARDA, ARDA is the trade association for the timeshare or vacation ownership industry. And I encourage you to go to arda.org and learn more, ARDA.org. So, Sarah, you have just lit a fire under the PR program for ARDA from what we've determined over the last year and a half, 18 months, whatever. And so I wanted to know, we were originally inspired to present this interview because we had heard about your PR initiatives of your 4 pillars and your media outreach. So perhaps you could tell us a little bit more about that.
Of course. And I will certainly set the record straight. I think that fire was already lit well before I came on board, Sharon. I just have the honor of being able to work with a lot of our great members and our PR agency and the ARDA team to help bring all of those, all of that PR and communication vision to life that you've been seeing. So certainly not my fire, but very honored to be, leading, holding the torch to, per se.
or the bellows. Or
No. We want those fires. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So you're right. We do, within the last year, we've really rolled out our 4 main messaging principles that we've worked with our members, our PR agency, to make sure that when we're talking about the timeshare industry as a whole, we're all speaking the same language. We all have those same messaging points. So our first one that we have is going to be flexibility. We know that the timeshare industry has evolved a lot in the last 30 to 40 years. It's no longer that fixed week, fixed resort model that a lot of people are accustomed to. Most developers now have a point system, which allows you to stay at a variety of properties any time of year and any length of stay. So that's one big messaging point that we have for the industry. Another one is the credibility. The industry now is comprised of, very well-known, reputable hospitality brands and companies that just are on the forefront, that are consistently delivering a really high owner level of service and professional management. So when owners stay at any of the resorts, they know exactly what to expect. They know that they're going to be taken care of. There's a very professional level of service that our members are providing. The next one is the unique experiences that are now available to owners. Moving outside of just the accommodations that were typically, certainly are still a pillar of what the timeshare industry is. Owners now have access to exclusive experiences. It's exclusive sporting events, culinary tours, concerts, meet and greets, Broadway shows. The list goes on. And that is a new thing that we're seeing that is really appealing to a younger demographic of owner. And then our 4th principle or messaging pillar that we have is value. The value proposition for timeshare really increases in high times of inflation, like we're seeing today. So owners that are purchasing today are really locking in those vacation costs at today's rates in order to travel for years from now. And 80% of our owners today do not have a mortgage. So when they're traveling, on their annual, they're paying those maintenance dues every year, but they don't have that mortgage payment as well. And then our fourth pillar that we have is the value proposition. So right now, our value proposition is always higher in times of high inflation, which is what we're experiencing today. So owners that are buying now are really locking in today's rates, for travel years and years and years from now. And 80% of our owners don't have a mortgage. So when they're traveling and paying those annual fees, they're really just traveling on those maintenance fees. And what that does is that leads to a lot more predictability in your accommodation costs, especially in times where we're seeing hotel and short-term rental stays skyrocket higher than we had, originally envisioned.
It's a prepaid vacation too. So I guess that's why during times of trouble, timeshare resorts are still always accommodating and welcoming to their owners and members. And it's another wonderful feature, if I might add.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So we have a Timeshare Together, the ARDA Spring Conference coming up. Tell me a little bit about what we're going to expect there.
Yeah, we're so excited to welcome everybody back. We are at the Hilton Orlando this year, April 16th through the 19th. And again, we're bringing just such a wide array of panelists and speakers, both from within the industry and both within the industry and outside of the industry. And I'd love to share, all of the panels are going to be great, but I have a couple as I was going through the agenda earlier that I'm most excited about. And I'd love to give your viewers just a little bit of a sneak peek on what they can expect. The first one for me is going to be that general kickoff session, and that is with Jason Gamble, CEO and president of ARDA, and then ARDA chair Mike Brown as well, who's also president and CEO of Travel and Leisure. They're going to be talking about just the trends and things that have happened within the industry since we were last together in South Florida last year. And then our keynote speaker for that session is Lisa Bodell, who is an innovation expert. She's a founder and CEO of Future Think and author of Kill the Company and Why Simple Wins. And she also ranks among one of the top 50 speakers worldwide. So I'm excited to see the three of them in that opening session. Sticking within the industry, we have our, must-see panel. It's always a fan favorite every year of our industry leadership lineup. So the executive view of the industry. Jason will be moderating that once again, and we're going to see leaders from Hilton Grand Vacations, Westgate Resorts, Holiday Inn Club Vacations, Hyatt Vacation Club, Wyndham Vacations, Capital Vacations, and Arivia. That is going to be such a great lineup, and we're going to hear from leaders within all of those organizations. And then the next one that we, certainly touches on one of those messaging pillars that we had earlier is the magic and benefit of amazing event experiences. We have seen that so many ARDA members are really transforming the industry by providing these great experiences, often exclusive, for owners and team members. So we're going to hear from some leaders in the industry that are really transforming that event experience space for those audiences.